Welcome to Gate Depot's video installation library. This is a complete swing gate with grade beam installation video. Call underground service alert before digging to prevent hitting buried utility lines. This installation starts with a grade beam. Grade beams are recommended on biparting gates and where ground stability is questionable. This is the post rebar cage. 4 lengths of rebar form the grade beam cage. Dig a square hole for the post or column footing. A post hole is generally 18 by 18 inches wide and 30 to 36 inches deep. Column footings are usually 40 by 40 inches wide and 24 inches deep. Place the rebar cage in the hole on top of dobies. Form the grade beam cage. Most gate grade beams are 18 by 18 inches. Tie the post rebar cage to the grade beam rebar cage. Place the grade beam rebar cage on top of dobies. This shows the entire grade beam rebar cage. Place a small puddle of concrete at the bottom of the post hole. Measure and mark the center of the gate post. Insert and level a scrap piece of steel tubing under the post position. This will serve as an anchor point for the post so it does not move during the concrete pour. Never allow steel to come in direct contact with the ground. Determine the length of the posts using a laser level and cut to size. Place 2 magnetic levels on the post. Clamp 2 2x4s to the posts. After doing a rough leveling, check the post height with a laser level. Both posts should be the same height. Check and determine the gate height off of the finished grade level. Now check the open position height. The gate should have a minimum of 2 inches off of the driveway in the open position. Measure the distance between the posts. Determine the appropriate width so that the finished gate leaves have no more than 1 inch between them in the closed position. Make fine adjustments to the post base position. Make fine adjustments to the post levels. Use a string to adjust parallel alignment of the posts. Drive stakes into the ground next to the post braces. Screw the stakes into the post braces. Weld the post base to the anchor steel. Build a rebar cage for the gate operator. The rebar cage should connect with the post or column rebar cage. Mark the gate operator pad height on the post. Mark the distance of the operator pad from the post. Sleeving stakes with PVC tubing allows you to retrieve them after the concrete is set. The first stake is in front of the pad form. Use a level to determine the pad form height from the gate post where previously marked. Use a 2x4 to square the pad to the post. Level the form and add additional stakes. When the form is in, stub up all the conduit into the operator as determined by the installation manual. Tape the conduit together. Cut plywood sides for the form. Dig a 12 to 14 inch wide by 24 to 30 inch deep hole. Place a paver or brick on the bottom. Gooseneck keypad height should be about 45 inches from finished grade. Goosenecks are available as post mount or pad mount. Secure the post with braces and level. Use a 3/4 inch conduit for cabling. Tape off the area around the conduit entrance to prevent concrete from entering. Hang the keypad or telephone entry system. Connect to a bypass switch if a telephone entry is used. Use the appropriate size loop to match the driveway width. Trace the outline of the loop with marking paint. Use a 4x8 foot loop for driveways up to 14 feet in width and a 4x10 foot loop for driveways between 15 and 18 feet. Larger loop sizes are also available. Use a braking hammer with a spade bit to dig compacted earth. Place the loop in the trench. Pull the twisted wire pair to the operator. Run the cabling. 1/2 inch PVC conduit is typically used on loop wiring. Compact the earth with a tamper. Run 1/2 inch conduit to the exit loop. Use an LB junction from the loop to the trench. Avoid electrical junctions whenever possible. Most preform loops come with a 50 or 100 foot lead. Use an irrigation valve box to protect the junction. Wet down the pour area. Use a 3/4 inch 5-bag mix of concrete. Use a hammer to settle the concrete. Trowel the concrete down. Use an edger on the concrete perimeter. Wash off any concrete splatters before they dry. Concrete will damage powder coat finishes if left on. Tighten the anchor bolts. Install the swing arm. Loop detectors can use a terminal socket or a harness socket. If a harness is used, double-sided tape is a good way to fasten the unit. Shown here are two loop detectors. One is for the exit loop, the other is for the safety reversing loops. Two separate loops can be connected in series to one loop detector. Terminate the power for the entry system. To the right of the 120-volt receptacle is a surge protector. They are a cheap insurance for protecting circuit boards that can cost several $100s to replace. Use an external antenna kit. This will increase the range of the receiver up to 200 feet. Use a lever to raise the gate after adjustable hinges have been loosely bolted. A magnetic level is used to determine the level of the gate. Gate Depot is the exclusive manufacturer of these adjustable sealed bearing hinge kits that have an 800-pound gate capacity. Remove the paint from the 3 stakes where the operator arm bracket will be welded. Clamp on a scrap of 2x2 tubing. It will be used to hold the bracket in place during welding. Various operators have either bolt-on or weld-on brackets. This unit is bolt-on. Drill holes for the bracket. Weld the gate bracket. Clean the welds. Remove the welding grime and any splatter. Feather out the powder coating. Spray primer on the bare metal. Paint with 2 coats. Attach the swing arm. Check the operator and gate alignment. All of the equipment seen on this video, including the gate and posts, are available at very low prices from Gate Depot. Visit gateinfo.org for diagrams, photos, and videos of gate installations. It's the most comprehensive gate knowledge base in the world. I hope you have found this video useful. If you have any questions about gate equipment, feel free to call Gate Depot.